Hi there, and thanks for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings and another Doctor Who episode review. This time, the episode is 73 Yards. Now, as usual, there will be spoilers, okay? There will be spoilers. I've literally just finished watching the episode, as usual, so these are always off-the-cuff kind of reviews. What did I think? I mean, there's a lot to unpack with this. I am going to say outright, another superlative episode. This is the sort of quality that, to be honest, I don't get into the whole knocking showrunner thing, but the Chibnall years were a little bit underwritten, I thought. There were some good episodes, but also some poor ones, and I always thought Jodie Whittaker was a bit let down by some of the scripts. Same with Capaldi to a degree, but this is top-notch stuff. So I've actually made notes for change because, as I say, there's a lot to unpack here. Obviously, to start out with, as I say, there are spoilers. There is a lot of vibes from the episode Turn Left here. It's kind of looking at a sort of a future kind of how Ruby might solve a problem, I guess, without the Doctor. She has to take the long way round, whereas the Doctor can time travel. But interestingly, no opening credits. Now, is that an artistic decision or because they had a lack of time, because they wanted to get so much in? I don't know. Anyway, the TARDIS lands on a rocky promontory. I love the word promontory. And it's a fantastic view there in Wales. And the Doctor accidentally steps into what we later discover is a fairy circle and basically vanishes. He's gone. Ruby can't find him. He's nowhere to be found. But there's a woman a distance away who she tries to go and talk to, but the woman constantly stays at a set distance. So again, I'm going to do another sort of thing here. If you've ever seen the film It Follows, I'm getting vibes of that as well. Although, you know, in It Follows, the thing is inexorably coming towards you. Here, she just you can't get close to her. She's not coming towards you, right? Ruby tries to get away from her. You know, goes over a hill. Haha, she's not there. Oh no, she's in front of me now. So this woman can apparently teleport around, right? So that she is a set distance from Ruby and can always kind of see her. Ruby bumps into a hiker who is very familiar. This is a face that we've seen in a couple of previous episodes, a face that keeps reoccurring. And the hiker, when she talks to this strange woman, she looks at Ruby in horror and runs away. And that's an ongoing thing. Ruby blunders into a pub. And again, I'm getting vibes from American Werewolf in London. You know, everybody stops to look at her. All the locals know each other. And they kind of wind her up. I like the bit about, you know, pay with your phone. How are you going to do that? And I'm thinking to myself, oh, God, have they ended up here in a period before Apple Pay or Google or whatever, or something like that? But no, they're just winding her up. And again, someone leaves the pub and runs away when they talk to the woman. What is this woman telling them about Ruby? It's, you know, whatever it is, it's making them run away in fear or disgust or loathing. I don't know. And it, like, I've got to say, Millie Gibson holding this whole episode in the palm of her hand, absolutely amazing performance. What an actor. Absolutely incredible. I thought she was brilliant in this. So anyway, she gets booted out of the pub where she's been staying and goes back to the TARDIS. Can't get in. The Doctor's still not there. So what does she do? She goes home to her mum, where her mum compares the Doctor to a man in a shed, which I thought was quite appropriate. I don't know how well that will. I don't. Sheds in Britain are they're a very British thing. A shed at the end of the garden where you sort of do all your hobbies and stuff. Is that a universal thing? I don't know. I mean, it's a British TV show, so I don't care. But I do wonder sometimes how well these things will translate. Americans, Europeans, if you've also got sheds and you also do stuff, I apologise. It just seems like a very British kind of thing, you know. It's like Barnes Wallis, the inventor of the bouncing bomb, basically did it in his shed, you know. Anyway, next thing you know, we've got Kate Lethbridge-Stewart there, and it's a year later. So basically, Millie's made contact with UNIT, I thought to start with maybe this was an imposter Kate, but no, I think she was real. But it's interesting. She said, "I think the timeline has been suspended along your event," kind of suggesting already that this is like a branching timeline, an alternate timeline. And she also said that things are turning supernatural lately. So there's kind of this theme ever since the Toymaker's been around that things are not quite as they should be in the world. We've got, you know, gods or supernatural beings coming in from other dimensions, and it's kind of, I'm wondering if this is all building up to something, you know. The hiker we saw earlier, same lady we've seen a couple of episodes. There's reference to the TARDIS having a perception filter. Why does it have a perception filter? It's got a chameleon circuit. It's meant to blend in. Why, if it's got a perception filter, why does it need a chameleon circuit? If it's got a chameleon circuit, why does it need a perception filter? I don't mind. I'm not fussed about it. It just seemed a bit of a weird thing to add in, you know. Next thing you know, basically, UNIT try and accost this woman, and she tells them the terrible thing, and the look in Kate's face of disgust is just wow. I mean, you know. Ruby's mum at this point has got an injunction against her to never call her again. It's weird. There's this theme of people abandoning Ruby and Ruby being locked out of, you know, first the TARDIS, then her flat, and that kind of thing. Next thing you know, it's Ruby celebrating her 25th birthday. The woman's still there. She's always 73 yards away, exactly. They can't get a good image on her. Next thing, it's Ruby's 30th, then it's her 40th. You know, she's having trouble holding down relationships, this kind of thing. Because of this woman, essentially. Her mind's constantly on the fact that this woman is constantly there. And then we kind of get to... And this is the bit that reminded me a lot of the film The Dead Zone with Christopher Walken, and a lot of bits of the other film Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro. You know, the election office, this kind of knowledge of disaster approaching. And it turns out that this fairy circle, which was, you know, built in honour of Mad Jack, or the future PM of the UK calls himself Mad Jack, and Ruby thinks, this is what I've been sent here to do, is to basically get rid of him because the doctor said he was dangerous. Thought it was interesting that yet again we've got like another election themed episode, and literally this week the Prime Minister of the UK has announced an election for July the 4th. Uncanny coincidences. So it's like the old vote Saxon thing coincided with an election years ago. It's just, I know we were inevitably going to have an election this year, but it's come as some surprise for it to be quite so early in the year. So again, just thought that was interesting. And then it transpires that basically the Prime Minister is acquiring nuclear weapons from Pakistan and is going to launch them. My question there is, why is he acquiring nuclear weapons from Pakistan? The UK already has its own nuclear weapons, has done for a very long time. Is he just getting enough to nuke everybody? Anyway, he's got strange motivations that we never quite understand, because essentially Ruby offs him. She doesn't kill him, which I think this is brilliant. This is the brilliant part, right? Is she doesn't kill him, she doesn't shoot him, she's not an assassin. She just walks 73 yards away, gets the woman to talk to him, and he runs away in terror, apparently, saying, ask her, and won't give his reasons. Then we go even further into Ruby's life. I thought maybe it would finish there. The woman would disappear, we'd reset. No, we go another 40 years later or whatever. And, you know, Ruby's an old woman now, goes back to visit the TARDIS, which is covered in moss and weeds and what have you. The woman's still following her. It's, you know, And then we kind of get to this point where I'm guessing Ruby is dying, and the woman finally comes to see her, and we realise, well, my understanding certainly is that the woman is Ruby, and that we're kind of in a predestination sort of thing going on here, except this time, bang, we're back on the promontory. I love the word promontory, in Wales, and the doctor's there, and the woman's saying, don't step, and vanishes as soon as that sort of future is avoided, because the doctor doesn't step on the fairy circle. So, you know, alternative future, did it really happen, and now Ruby's lost all memory? I don't know. It's an interesting story. I think it was brilliant. It was really creepy in places. It moved along at a hell of a pace. Obviously, we saw Anita Dobson's character again. No, I can't remember the name of her character. I'm very sorry. I'm a rubbish Doctor Who fan. But, you know, just kind of... it was a crackingly paced episode. Not a moment, really, that slowed down. And I've probably forgotten a load of stuff. But, you know, I just thought it was fascinating. It's a Doctor Light episode, you know. Did Ncuti get a month off when they were filming this or whatever? I don't know. But Millie Gibson holding this whole episode as Ruby, absolutely amazing. What a choice for an actress. Incredible. I'm just kind of blown away, really, with the quality of this season. So we started off with a relatively silly episode, got into one. You know, they've been getting better and better, and I would put this alongside Boom in terms of quality. They're just obviously two different things entirely, but both of them, incidentally, featuring the Doctor stepping on something he shouldn't step on. You know, yeah, I just thought it was. Like I say, there's a lot to think about here. But none of it's bad. I liked all of it. And I think this was another one. Again, I want to go back and watch it again immediately, you know. I haven't read anyone else's thoughts on this. I never do when I do these reviews. So, you know, this is just from me, off the cuff, immediate, bang. You know, I'll stop doing that. Anyway, yeah, so thanks very much for watching this episode of Total Ramblings. If you're here just for the Doctor Who stuff, I guess I'll see you in about a week or so for the next review of the next episode. The title of which I don't even know, because I'm not averse to spoilers, but I don't go looking for them. If somebody spoils something for me, I might be mildly annoyed sometimes, but you know, whatever. But I don't go looking for them. So I don't even know what the next episode's called. I really liked this one. I really liked Millie Gibson's performance in this one. I think Ruby's a brilliant character. She's a brilliant actress. And I just kind of... another episode that makes you think, you know. So as I say, if you're here for the Doctor Who stuff, I'll see you again in another week. If you're here for general Total Ramblings, I'll see you in the next episode, whenever that might be. I don't have a schedule. I'd like you all to have a very, very lovely long weekend here in the UK. Bye-bye.
If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.